Hello there, friends. Guess what? Today is day 19. Today marks the start of a stage called Tiger Blood, and I hope that you're feeling some tiger blood coursing through your veins. You are a fierce tiger who has made it through some crazy things. And if you're thinking right now, 19 days, I don't know, but that's like not enough. 19 days isn't such a big deal. Let me break it down for you. 19 days at roughly 3 square meals each day is 57 meals you've eaten so far, and roughly about 38 snacks. So right around the neighborhood of around 90 to 100 times, you have made the choice to eat healthy, clean, nutritious meals instead of whatever you were used to eating before you did this. That is a profound change that you should be totally proud of, and I am proud of you. And even if nobody else in your life understands why the heck you would do this, I do. I get you. I support you, and I believe that you can do the next 11 days until you're finished. So today's video topic is going to be 5 things I learned doing Whole30. Now, I learned all of these lessons the first time I did Whole30, but I'm telling you that every time I did Whole30 after that, these feelings were affirmed, and the reason I'm sharing them with you is because I feel like what I went through is super relatable, and I know that I am nothing special. I am just like many, many, many other people out there. And so I hope by sharing what I went through and what I have learned, you can relate to that, and you can find some validity in some of the feelings that you've been having. So without further ado, here is my top 5 list. Number 1, I had food addictions. I was addicted to food. And if you're thinking, well, of course you were addicted to food, you have to eat food in order to survive. That's not what I'm talking about. So when I talk about food addictions, I know it sounds a little bit extreme, and I know that in order to survive, you actually have to eat. And so being addicted to food is not like a fatal addiction. Maybe. Except, unlike other addictions, if you have a problem with alcohol, if you have a problem with drugs, it is possible to quit cold turkey and never touch those things again, and maybe that will be the cure of your addiction. Well, with food, it's actually more difficult than that, because you can't quit cold turkey. You have to figure out how to eat healthy things when there is a plethora of super unhealthy, detrimental food to eat. In America, we are so familiar with this. We have the biggest selection of unfood food there is in the whole world. I'm pretty sure about that. The sooner that you come to the point where you realize that you too could have a food addiction, and I know this does not apply to everyone. If you don't have any food addictions, I'm so happy for you. But I'm talking about making choices to eat foods that you know is deteriorating your health, foods that lead to extreme feelings of guilt and self-loathing. When you continue to eat those, even though you know that that is not the right thing for you, that could be a food addiction. And the sooner you treat it like an addiction, the sooner you can come to a point where you can start healing some of those negative relationships around food. Number 2, the 80-20 rule. 80% what you put in your mouth, 20% exercise. That 80-20 rule is totally legit. I'm sorry to say it, but you cannot exercise away lots and lots and lots of bad food choices. You just can't. I want to show you guys what I looked like when I ran a 5K for the first time last year. Now, when I put this picture here, I was really proud of myself. All right, so I just ran for 25 minutes with one 30-second walk break in there. I think that's totally fine. I made really good time, best yet, and I just can't believe I was running every other day consistently. I was running and enjoying it for the first time in my life. I felt like I was rocking it. but I was hardly getting any results whatsoever. My body didn't change very much. I was still having problems with food, and overall, I just felt like I did all of this work, and for what? The whole premise of Whole30 is that it starts with food, and it really does, you guys. Once you get this 30 days under your belt, it will lead to other healthy choices in your life, and it starts with food and it ends with food ultimately. So we really owe it to ourselves to get a handle on what we put in our mouths and how we nourish our bodies and how we think about food. And if you are on day 19, then you are well on your way here. So you need to give yourself a pat on the back because you are doing an amazing, important job for yourself. All right, number 3, inconvenient, but a lot of us have food allergies and intolerances. Now, I'm not going to get into whether it's people who have changed and we're just suddenly like not able to handle food that has always been around, or whether it's the food that has changed. I'm not going to get into that because that in itself would be like a really, really long discussion. But what I do want to say is, if you suspect that you have a food allergy and you are ignoring that, the only one who's going to suffer is you. If you're eating foods that are bad for your body, specifically whether that be dairy or gluten or wheat or whatever, if you continue to eat those foods, they will deteriorate your health and you will pay for it in one way or another. I eliminated probably the biggest food group of all, the Holy Grail. I eliminated wheat. It wasn't easy, and it taught me such a valuable lesson. When I was eating those foods, even though they felt really good and they promised me happiness, they were taking away from my vitality. And so I had to quit that, and it came from here, and nobody else really understands unless they've gone through this. So if you suspect that you have a food allergy or food intolerance, I just want to empower you that you can live without that food. This is the kind of circus act that happens while I'm trying to record a video. Yeah, you do. I'm coming to get you. You better get down. There you go, big boy. Hey there, guys. Different setting. That's because I didn't actually film the rest of the video that I was intending to. Life happened and I was not able to get through the top 5 list. So the top 5 list is a top 3 list. But anyway, I just want to say you guys are doing such a great job and keep going. You are doing the best thing for yourself. And I really believe that this is the start of something amazing. And I believe you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.